Wow, I really just interviewed DMC from the supergroup RUN DMC. But this star-studded moment was rooted in purpose and empowerment. When I asked DMC what community meant to him, he stressed the importance of responsibility. That being said, I was inspired, and I wanted to find a way to solidify an official partnership to be agents of change. So that being said, I am thrilled to announce New Scene News and Mike on Scene Indeed is teaming up with My Life in a Bag Foundation to raise awareness for this amazing charitable cause. Before we get into the interview, let's hear from the founder himself.
Yo, this is Biscuit from My Life in a Bag Foundation. And first and foremost, I want to give the glory to God, for he put this all together. And I am management of what belongs to him. And right now, My Life in a Bag is about saving these youth, helping these youth become more of community, bringing back their dignity, bringing back their pride, bringing life into them. So they're no longer carrying their stuff in trash bags. So what we're going to do at My Life in a Bag Foundation, we're reaching out to many people for support. You can give us luggage, essentials to go in their underwear, socks, hygiene products, all these things that these kids need. And if you got any new or used luggage, hey, backpacks, we're taking them, because these kids no longer need to carry their stuff in trash bags. They need to have pride and know that, hey, I got my stuff in a suitcase or a backpack, and I'm walking with my head up, because pride is everything for these youth.
Welcome one, welcome all, and this is Mike on Scene. We're here with the incomparable DMC of the supergroup Run DMC. Thank you so much for this interview, sir.
What's going on, Mike on the Scene?
Welcome to St.
Making
Louis.
that green.
So I want to get personal real quick, because your superstar career really doesn't need the highlights. I want to ask you, what does community mean to you, and how do you give back?
Well, community means responsibility. We are all here for a reason. And we all have insight, we all have an ability, we all have a talent. But more importantly, Einstein, the smartest man in history, said imagination is more important than knowledge. So we all have an imagination, not realizing your imagination, by taking things you learn or know about. He didn't say knowledge wasn't necessary. Right. He said imagination is more important. So when you put imagination within knowledge, that's when things change. So when you think about community, politics, the arts succeeds where politics and religion fails. Politics and religion fails us all the time. Causes wars, puts up divisions, separates people, even within a political class. I'm a Democrat, you're a Republican. When you walk in the room and say that, why you gotta mention that?
Right.
We here to serve the people. But as soon as you say you're one thing and I'm the other, you're saying that we're different.
Right.
We have a separation. Now, and what's crazy is Democrat, Republican, within those parties is liberal, conservative, think about the Christian religion. There's Episcopalian, there's Pentecostal. Yeah. Why you're labeling, when you label something, or we're people here with powers who have the power to change conditions. So for me, community is responsibility. What are you? I'm the lawmaker, I'm the law provider, I'm the legal representative, I'm the spokesman, I'm the teacher, I'm the educator, I'm the bus driver. So we all have a position to play. But everybody is so busy worrying about how other people are playing their positions, we ain't getting nowhere. That's why when hip hop came along, it was about no excuses. You know, we sit around, the government don't care about me, so. The police don't care about me, so. Right. Whatever. No, you have the power to say, okay, anything that you can imagine, you can create with what's given to you. So for me, community's responsibility. So I could have been anything. Somebody asked me, D, what would you be doing if you wasn't doing music? I don't know. Told you not to people out there. It's okay. Exactly. But I was a good student. So when somebody asked me that question, I said I'd have probably been a teacher. But even through my hip hop and my music, people say, I'm taking the knowledge that Einstein is there and using my imagination to creatively present something. That's the meaning of hip hop. How do you artistically, educationally, creatively present yourself? Because think about hip hop, we're so busy talking about rappers. There's producers, there's graffiti artists, there's breakdancers, there's spoken word artists, there's beatbox. Hip hop is so powerful, you don't even gotta say anything. Your fashion can speak for you. Somebody could walk in this room right now and not say a word, just go over and do this. And we'll look at them and we'll get a message.
You already know what's going on.
Exactly. So community's responsibility. Also, I remember we was on a tour in 1988. Run DMC, Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, EPMD, Eric B. and Rakim. And me, Chuck, EPMD, and Will and Jeff was standing on the side of the stage looking at Rakim. And this is Run DMC, EP, and we're looking at Rakim like, whoa, we can't do that. Because Rakim was giving us something. And even though we were all friends and stuff, it made everybody go back to their room and step their game up. Right. So Chuck had said, the question was asked, what's the most important thing about this hip hop? And we was like, yo, we selling out arenas, yo, we getting sneaker deals and all of this financial and business stuff. Chuck D said, nah, it's power communication. What y'all doing right now is hip hop. You're giving information and you're giving a presentation. So our generation was able to know that, oh, hip hop ain't just about being a rapper. You can still be in hip hop by being a journalist, or cameraman, or soundman, and the list goes on and on. So community is responsibility. What can you do? Okay, be good at that, get paid to do that, but what are you doing with it? That's what hip hop taught us. Do something with your talent, because it's your responsibility to lift yourself up. But by lifting yourself up, you lift up others.
Yeah, I see so many people walking away from like some mundane careers. Not that any career doesn't add value, but some people walk away from that just to be creative. You know what I'm saying? The creativity is everything.
Yeah.
So speaking of creativity, if you had your way, if you had your vision, what do you see hip hop being in the future?
Well, it's 50 years of hip hop. I've been involved for 40 of the 50 years of hip hop. The future of hip hop is this. We done proved we're a legitimate genre musically. We done made business, we done got clothing deals, liquor deals, and all of that. Now, what it's time for us to do is utilize these cameras, utilize the opportunities that we have by being in Hollywood, and start telling more stories, different stories. We gotta stop telling the typical hip hop story of, I was a gang banging, I was a drug dealer, now I'm a rapper. We gotta talk about what's going on in St. Louis right now in the single parent home with one mother raising 7 kids, and none of those kids went to jail. All of those kids are going away to college and universities.
Yeah, those are the superstars that we need to highlight.
Yeah, we need to start talking about those people that didn't fall to the wayside. That, hip hop, our generation, we never said you're wrong for being in a gang or you're wrong for selling drugs. We talked about all the other alternatives that made them say, yo, I ain't have to do this. So now what we need to do with these communities, St. Louis, Camden, New Jersey, Chicago, everywhere there's shooting and yelling. And when I go into schools and I talk to the kids and stuff like that, hip hop was started by gangbangers and drug dealers that didn't want to do that no more. But what are we going to do? We had no assistance, so we said, I'm going to play music, I'm going to write some rhymes, I'm going to do some art, this and that, stuff like that. So now, what we have to do now with the established foundations that we have now, we got to start utilizing the opportunity that show business has given us. Let's take our business and show something different. Okay. We talk about all the accomplishments of these brothers and sisters in hip hop, And the people that need to join us are just looking at us.
Right.
How do we incite them? By doing what you're doing there. We need more shows like this in mainstream prime time.
Absolutely,
you know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
That's
New
the
Scene
key.
News is a community-first organization, so that's what we do.
Exactly. And it needs to be our news too. We're so busy looking at everybody else's news when there's so much news to tell right here. That's what I'm telling them about. 50 years of hip hop and we just getting started. We got other stories to tell and other realities to show. That all of the kids that are considered so unfortunate, who think they have no other way out, let me sell the drugs, let me join this gang to have family, they are bakers.
They need that media.
They need something that can tell me, you could be doing this, stupid. You know what I'm saying? And the reason we call them stupid like this is because they don't realize you're so good at doing negative stuff. Imagine if you took that, you're real good with that. Imagine if you put that to banking or being a CEO, they would have overnight success. Hip hop was overnight success for people.
That's amazing.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's hip hop's responsibility. Next 50 years is we need cooks, we need chefs, the unemployment rate would disappear if hip hop would show, produce, and give the opportunity. Every abandoned building in our hood could become a business. If we put our minds where our money is. Your money with your mouth is. People talk shit for money, excuse me. People talk crap for money. We gotta put our minds where our money. Go through St. Louis, it's the same way in Jersey where I live at. You got a block of 50 abandoned buildings and houses. Let's take some of our money, some of our creativity, and build something that will turn into currency is a flow. So we need a flow of business, we need more of this to stir up the waves so we all create currency. Every abandoned place, there's a restaurant needed, and more importantly, this is the big thing. Kids should not go to a school that is run down. We need the painters and the artists and the builders and the carpenters and the electricians on your day off, go to your local school and fix all of the wire. Kids need to come into school and see it look presentable so they can feel like the place they are. And it's just little things like that. I guarantee you, if you did a film production after school thing for 3 hours, it would be packed with kids. Take the guns away, give the kid a camera like you.
Well, I thank you for your time, sir, man. I can't
Thank
thank
you.
you enough.
On the scene, this is how we do it, baby. St. Luke.